Hello, everyone. This is Hollywood Joe with another edition of Hollywood's Hot Topics. And today I want to talk to you about something that was on my mind late last night and has been on my mind almost every year that it happens. As you all know, Michigan versus Michigan State took place in East Lansing this past weekend, and it was an incredible game. Michigan State did come out on top, but as you can see, I don't really care about any of that because I love both teams for various different reasons. But a friend sent me a report last night that I really found disturbing, and the report was that East Lansing police are looking for individuals that were around East Lansing after the game and looking for them to charge them with destruction of property. Now, I know the U of M MSU rivalry dates back generations and has been around for generations now, but it feels like each year things get worse with students and fans. I mean, if you look around social media, like you'll see a fight in the stands at almost every sporting event now, and that's not okay. And what else is not okay is for students and fans of MSU to go to Ann Arbor and deface and destroy property that's on U of M's grounds. The same thing can be said for U of M students. U of M students going to East Lansing and destroying and defacing property on MSU grounds or even in those cities is not okay. And I just think that like if you're gonna start destroying the other college's property, there's gonna have to be some changes. Either you're gonna have to heighten security and police around the city. You're gonna have to start giving students a curfew after the game on game days. Give them 2 hours to get home from the game, and if they're not in their dorms, and lock down the cities. Honestly, if you have to, lock down the cities and lock down the universities for the night. So people are behaving, and we're not, the taxpayers and the colleges aren't have to paying to repair and clean up the mess that the students are making. Otherwise, these students that are caught doing this need to be charged, need to be sentenced to community service in which they will rebuild the property or clean up the property that they damaged or defaced. Um, Sports are meant to be fun, and I get Michigan State is one of the biggest sports rivalries in the history of sports. Let's just be real about it. It is one of the biggest rivalry in sports, and it's just not Michigan. Like Michigan State's just not talked about in Michigan. It's talked about throughout the country. Much like a lot of other big in-state rivalries, it gets national attention. So I think going forward, the universities, the city police, and university security are really going to have to step up their efforts because, like I said, destroying and defacing property is not okay. I don't care if you're a student or you're alumni or you're a parent of an athlete or you're a general fan. It's not okay. Um, a lot of things are going too far. There are a lot of things on both sides that I have found very repulsive and disgusting over the last couple of years. So there needs to be some changes. If none of that works, maybe we need to do the unthinkable. Maybe, just maybe, we need to cancel the rivalry for maybe 2 years to send a message. And I am not about canceling anything. I don't like canceling anything. You know what culture I'm talking about. Um, but at the same time, it is not fair for these universities to have to pay money to clean up and repair damage that should have never been damaged in the big, to begin with. So that's just my take on it. Sure, I'm going to get a lot of heat. Sure, I'm going to get a lot of flack. But you know what? It needs to be said. Sports are meant to be fun. Competition is meant to be somewhat fun. I know there's a lot of like emotion and stuff like that. But the fights need to stop. The defacing of property needs to stop. And so does the destruction of property. Not okay. Not cool. Needs to be solved sooner rather than later. That's just my take on it. This is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's War of the Sports, reminding you as always that controversy doesn't.
Lights go off.
It's Hollywood Joe, don't you know? The heart of